Okay guys, I'm back again. It is still Thursday, June 8th. And I just wanted to talk to y'all about these kind of 7-day candles. Now, I love 7-day candles. However, these candles, like this reverse candle, it's really good, but you can't buy this candle and then set it there and it's magically going to do its job, okay? Whether it's a reverse candle, protection candle, love candle, job candle, whatever. This is just colored wax. We don't know if, it tells you here, like in English and in Spanish, what it does, okay? But nowhere on here does it have the ingredients. You don't know if this is just black wax and red wax. What's in this is going to do it, you know, like, it's just a colored candle with you know what I mean? So, not knocking the candle. I have a ton of these candles. But what I do is I take the candles and I add my own stuff to it. My own oils, my own herbs, and, you know, breathing into your candle, putting life into your candle. You know, you see people do that. That's a big thing in hoodoo. Breathing into candles. I'm sure probably in other practices too. Or maybe it's just all in my head, but breathing into candles. And also I just get a pencil or like a wooden chopstick and I just make holes in it and I put my herbs and my oils in there, right? And then sometimes I'll take the petition paper and roll it up and put it in there as well. Now again, I keep telling y'all this, if y'all are going to pack your candle with herbs and whatever, you have to really watch your candle because this shit will explode, okay? So, my petition papers, I just put on the bottom sometimes. More than, like, I put them always on the bottom because I did put it in there one time and when it got to that part, it really, like, started on fire. And it was, like, really black where it was burning. And so, I was just, like, a little afraid with that. So I'm like, oh my God, it's going to start a fire. So, but anyway, you can do that, or, you know, if it was just like a regular black candle, say you're doing a protection spell and it's an all black candle. Well, you can take this candle and put it in a pot of hot water and go ahead and boil it, right? And you're going to let the wax melt. And as that wax melts and it gets good and soupy and runny enough to where you can put stuff in there, go ahead and put in your herbs and your oil. And if you want to put your petition paper or your pitch or whatever, now don't get something big, but something small, go ahead and put it in there, shove it down there and stir it all up. And then take it out and let it cool. Then when it cools, all of your stuff will be in, all your herbs, your oils, roots, spices, petition papers, photos, whatever you want to put in here. I would not put photos or petition papers in here. That's just me, because I'm afraid it's going to start a fire. But some people do. It just really depends on how big it is and if you're going to sit there and watch your candle all day long. Now also, if you're the type of person who reads your candles, the glass, then I wouldn't recommend that, because where your herbs or your petition paper will be, of course it's going to be hotter because it's going to start that on fire, and then you don't want to get like a bad reading, you know. So you definitely want to, you know, keep that you know, in mind when you're doing that. But I don't think candles like this, when you buy a candle like this, these are manufactured. They make thousands of these candles. So there's nothing special about this candle versus a candle that I buy from the dollar store. There's nothing special, you know, in this candle other than it has double action, reversible candle, and these cool little pictures on there. You have to be able to put your intentions. Now, back in the old days, maybe you could buy candles from practitioners that they took the time to fix and dress and bless each candle before they sold it to you. They don't do that anymore. They get these candles get shipped to them in cases. They're manufactured and they stock them on their shelves. So I don't think that practitioner, I can't speak for all practitioners, but I just don't see a practitioner going to every single candle and blessing it, dressing it, and fixing it. You know what I mean? So unless you buy from these certain stores like Jim's Botanica in San Antonio, they will sell you a fix, dress, and bless candle. The practitioner will take it and do it, and then they send it. You buy it and they send it to you. or you can go there and buy it. So there are places that will do that. But these are things that you can do yourself. You know, you can do the same thing. If you know which oils you're going to use for a protection candle, what herbs you're going to use, and the true magic, again, I keep saying the true magic comes from your intentions, from within you. You are, again, I always say, this is like the remote control and you are the batteries. This won't work unless you put batteries in it. The remote won't work unless you put batteries in it. The same thing with any spell that you do, whether it's candle, whether it's a mojo bag, regardless of what type of spell you're doing, the magic has to come within you. You're the energy, your intentions, your energy. You are what is giving this thing life, you know? So it has to start within you. You know, sometimes people ask me, well, where do I even start? What things do I buy? What do I buy? How do I use it? And so, you know, the first thing I always tell them is that the magic has to come within you first. It has to be here. You have to have the right mental focus. You have to know how to manipulate energy. And I say manipulate energy only because you're having to draw energy from some source. Whether it's from water, from fire, from Mother Nature, wherever it is that you're drawing your source of energy. Everything is energy. Whether you go outside and you pull energy from a tree, or you have a plant, or you have, you know, some people draw energy from the fire, from the candles. That's why they have working candles. You know, they draw that energy from. Whatever it is that you draw your energy from, whatever living thing that you draw your energy from, you have to be able to pull that energy in before you can push it out into something. Okay. Now, if you are a person who is just starting and you want to start doing this, you have to definitely. Sorry, this thing is making my head itch. Sorry. If you are a person who is just starting and you want to start doing this, number one, I suggest that you cleanse yourself. You know, it's kind of like, I love giving analogies because I feel that this is a good example. You can't cook this really nice dinner if your kitchen's a mess. You have to clean the kitchen first before you can make this beautiful dinner. Kind of the same way with spells. You know, you have to be able to cleanse yourself first to have a nice, clean spot to start working with. You have to, your mental focus, mind, body, and spirit, you have to be cleansed. You have to be rid of all the negativity that you may carry. You may not think that you carry negativity, but you do. It's kind of like you can clean your house on a daily basis, and then you go look at your TV and you're like, wow, it's so dusty. I clean all the time. These are just particles that fly in the air that you have no control over. It's just the same when you're going out there. The person who's sitting next to you on the bus, or the person at work, or, you know, anyone comes home and or is around you, they're so negative and you're just absorbing it, you know. And so you want to make sure that you come home and you cleanse yourself, and you know you're good to go before you start. You know, cleansing, there's so many different ways that you can cleanse yourself. So I highly suggest you do that before you get started with spell work. But once you're cleansed and you're ready and you know how to pull energy, and it doesn't just, you don't just stand out there and just magically happens. You really have to focus and be able to feel the energy from whatever source you're taking it from. Sometimes when I have a lot of negativity, I will go outside barefoot and I will stand in the grass, and I literally just see all the negativity from the top of my head flowing down through my body. I close my eyes and I can just visually see myself, and it's all flowing out, and it goes into the ground. Okay, then I feel like it's all gone, and then I'll go stand in another spot or put my hand on a tree or whatever outside, or if you have near a river, you can do the same thing. And I sit there and I fill myself up with positive energy. And so now it's the complete opposite. I close my eyes and I just see the energy, the positive energy from Mother Nature coming in through my feet all the way up to the top of my head. And then I feel refreshed. And then I thank the universe for giving me you know, the energy. So go water a tree or put some seeds down, or I've always put cornmeal. I don't know why, but my grandmother always would tell me to put cornmeal down when I would take. So I always have cornmeal and I put cornmeal down. Something, give something back. You know, if you go to a river, you can put your feet into the water, and a flowing river, and imagine the same thing, you know. And so you can do that. And yeah, I know a lot of people are like, well, I don't have time to do that, whatever. Okay, well then you could take an Epsom salt bath. I take a Epsom salt bath constantly, not only because it helps ease my aches and pains throughout the hard day that I've had, but you know, I buy those Dr. Teal's Epsom salt bags. Like, they have chamomile, lavender, coconut, avocado. They have all kinds. Right now, I'm in love with the it's clay and ginger. Oh my gosh, that smells so good. I'm sorry, guys. My face is so itchy. My face is always so itchy. That one smells so good. But anyway, I take a hot bath, and I do that to rid myself of all my negativity. So I'm in the tub, and I literally just see it. I see all of it coming out of me, and then down the drain. Then I go get in the shower. If you're not a tub person, you can do this type of things in the shower. You can make little sachets or sachets, however you want to call it, out of, you know, a stocking, a sock, something sheer, you know, a little baggie, a net bagging or something. Find something, put all those herbs that you would use for cleansing, for healing, and then just tie it around your shower, the shower head, so as it goes through the shower head, it falls on you. Or you can do it like a sponge and just put it over you. There's so many different ways. There's so many different ways to do cleansing bath. Sancisto Brujo Luis gives a really good video on how to do a, I think it's a white cleansing spiritual bath. It's really, really nice. I tried it. It works so good. Y'all should go check out his channel if y'all haven't. Anyway, so he talks about how to do cleansings, and you just have to find what works for you, okay? But you can't be a negative person or have all this negativity on you and try to do spell work. You're just not going to get the results that you would want to get. So again, find that within yourself. Find that power that you will be able to use in putting into your spell work. Because other than that, this is not going to do the work. You're not just going to be able to, I'm going to write my name on here and that's it. It's good to go. It doesn't work that way. You have to tell this candle what you want. You have to bring this candle to life. You have to fix it and dress it and bless it and then get going. Now, fix it, dress it, and bless it can be any way that you want. Fixing it, you know, dressing it would be with like dressing it would be, think about it, dressing it. What am I going to put on this candle? You're going to need your name, the date of birth. You can put symbols on here. You can put sigils on here, whatever you want. Dress your candle. Then you're going to fix it. Okay, well, what am I going to put in here? What do I want this candle to do? Oh, let me put some oils for protection. Oh, you know, I think I have a couple of herbs. I have a basil leaf. I can go ahead and crush that and put that in there. So you're going to fix your candle and bless it. You can put your intentions into it. You can breathe into this candle, you know, give it your energy. You know, imagine when you put your hands over it, imagine the energy coming out of you into your arms, into your hands, into the candle, you know, and so you're blessing it. It's really, really simple, but you have to be in the right mindset, and you definitely have to be, you know, you have to be able to manipulate your own energy and manipulate the energy from whatever source you're taking it from. And so I know it sounds like it's difficult, but it really isn't. And this really does save money because, you know, back then you could get great products. And I'm not saying all places, because there are a lot of places, a lot of shops where you get great products. But the problem with that is that nowadays things are just manufactured. So if you go to like a mom and pop shop where they make their own stuff, and they do their own, but like candles like this, mostly everybody orders them because, you know, you can get them wholesale, and so they're not going to take the time to do individual unless you're paying them to do it. But again, you don't have to have this fancy candle. You can go and just buy a regular white candle or black candle or whatever it is, you know, and do it yourself. and save yourself some money, and to make sure that it's what you're doing is going to work. What you're putting out there is going to work. I'm not down in any of the magic shops. It's just that everything is manufactured. Just about everything is manufactured and sold to you. And so you do want to make sure that you are getting what you want. And that's why not everyone can do spell work. That's why a lot of people go to, they'll go find a practitioner and pay them to do a spell for them, because it does take time and dedication and hard work for that practitioner to do a spell. Because everything that I'm mentioning to you is what they do. They make their own stuff. They make their own stuff. They put their own herbs. They put their own energy into it to make this happen, to send out to the universe what I need to happen, or to their deity or their gods or goddesses. It's a lot of work, and it's draining. And so if you're not willing to do that, then I suggest that you find a practitioner that you are willing to pay what they are asking for to do this. There are some practitioners out there that really ask for way too much money. But you know what? If you're not willing to do the work, then you're going to have to pay, because they're willing to do it, but it's going to cost you. And so you can go around and if you know, if witchcraft means that much to you and you really want to do this, then you will put in the time and effort, you know, and reading about the herbs, and if you know herbs, if you get your herbs down, you can do just about anything, because you'll know what herbs you need to use to make you know, spells. You know, like if you need to do a love spell, okay, what herb? I need to do a protection spell. Oh, I know the herb. I need to do heal. Oh, I know the herb. I need to do this. I need, need a herb. Everything is with herbs. So whether you're making an oil or it's either herbs, roots, or spices or flowers. If you know those, you'll be able to piece together and make spells, or make oils, or make waters, or make whatever it is. Okay, so it really does take time and to learn all this. Same with crystals, you know. But with all said and done, I buy candles like this, and I will fix them, dress them, and bless them, and then I use it. Now I buy candles like this one. This one I bought this one from the Botanica, and it's a Holy Spirit candle. It's so pretty. I bought a few, and this is my last one. I'm going to have to go back and get them. They charge, I think, $7 for this candle. And I just think it really, when you look at it, it just has like some chips of, like, I don't know if these are crystal chips or they're just the kind of rocks you get when you put in the fish tank. I don't know. It has some glitter in it, but it's a beautiful candle. And I will light this for my spirit guides, for all my spirit guides, my protectors, everything that's good that surrounds me. You know, Luis told me about some. I have a guide that laughs at me, that's outside, and he hangs around the trees, and I smell him sometimes. I smell a strong smell of tobacco, and he told me who it was, and so I leave tobacco and bread for him on the front tree. I can't leave it in the back tree because my dogs will eat it, so I put it in the front tree. And he told me how he laughs at me because when I get home, I run inside. And it's so true, because I do. I run inside when I come home at night, because at night it's crazy out here because it's really dark, and there's like creatures outside, so I'm always like terrified. So I run inside, or I'm so clumsy, and it's just something that he said to me, and I'm like, oh my God. Here I thought nobody saw me fall over. But anyway, so I make sure that I leave stuff for them, and so I like this for my spirit guides, and I just let it, it's beautiful, and I let it burn for them, and it's just like a little offering to them, because I call on them when I need them, and they always have answered. So since I'm doing tips, I'm going to go ahead and just include this, because I'm going to do another tip. So again, with knowing your herbs, you can do your own candles, and in that case, you can buy whatever type of cheap candle and fix it, dress it, and bless it yourself. My husband sends me flowers a lot for a lot of different occasions. So I just got this jar again at Goodwill. And I got this one and two other tall ones. Like they were a set. And I got a label maker. put rose petals. After they dried out, I just put my rose petals in here. So I have these, and I have all of my herbs on top of my closet that I need to organize because I just threw them up there when I got the room together. But I'm going to organize all my flowers, all my oils, and things like that. Just like I'm going to organize my books, but I was just trying to get stuff in here. But when you go and you harvest your own stuff, you can make your own things. So I can use this and make my own rose water. I can make my own incense using like a love incense using roses or whatever it is. So this is something that I recycled that, you know, I bought at Goodwill, and then, you know, my husband sent me flowers, and I just waited for them to dry completely out, and then I just took all of their leaves and I made sure they were all dry so nothing got moldy in there, and just put them in a jar, and then put your label on there, and then you have it. That easy. Or you can go to like Mexican grocery stores. Oh my gosh, I go to Mexican grocery stores or meat markets, and they sell a lot of herbs, super, super cheap. And you can, like I bought a bag of chamomile flowers for $1.99, a big bag. And if I'd have bought them at the Witchy store or on like Mountain Rose site, I'll be paying so much money for them. And yeah, they send them to you and they're beautifully packaged. But come on, guys, what we pay for one bag, we could have bought like 4 or 5. Now, I don't know, some people are like I'm vegan, and I see other people who are, you know, who not really just vegans, but I only eat organic lettuce. I only eat organic. That's fine. I know the difference between being organic and not organic. But for me, I'll eat what comes out of the ground. My neighbor gives me stuff that comes from his garden. I eat it. It tastes wonderful. My body loves it. So I'm not going to spend a lot of money buying organic tomatoes when he gives me tomatoes for free. Or I can go to the farmer's market and I buy them. I wash everything just the same, whether it's grown with pesticides or not. I feel like I'm giving my body something good, depending on what it is. But I hardly never buy organic. Don't have to buy organic. I just buy great produce from either the little old man down the street, or from the farmer's market, or from my local grocery store, and it works out just fine. So, same thing when you are buying herbs. I go to the Mexican meat market and I buy big bags of cinnamon, the cinnamon sticks. I buy bags of, I buy all of my ingredients there. And let me tell you, if someone says, you know, your magic's not going to work because you're buying that cheap shit. Really? Well, because the work that I'm doing has all been coming out. I've been very successful, thank goodness. I've been very successful. And, you know, I continue to have safety, protection, money come in my way, peace and tranquility from all of the stuff I've been buying. So if it works for you, then you do it. If they want to spend $12 on a little bag of chamomile flowers, and I spent $2, then go ahead. You use your expensive stuff and I'll use my cheap stuff. Because in the end, my stuff is working just fine with the products that I'm buying. If I know where there's some jasmine flowers or chamomile flowers growing, I will go and pick those. You know, so because for me, I really feel the magic comes within me. It's not this expensive flower that I bought here versus this one. You know what I mean? Okay. So again, with that being said, these oils. You guys know how I feel about these oils, right? Can y'all see that? Come on. There we go. These are great oils. I like the Indio products, and this one. My grandma used to call me Indio when I was little, and then my dad started calling me that. But anyway, I buy these now. Again, the issue that I have with these is that these are just like the candles. These are made by the thousands. They're manufacturally made. And also, what is that? There's a trash truck coming. These are manufacturally made, and if you look on here, they have some ingredients on here, but it talks about, let's see if you can see that. It talks about the color dye that's in here, but it doesn't say anything about what kind of herbs or any essential oils or anything that's in here. Okay, This smells just like this one is Protect from Envy. Well, this one smells just like my Holy Death, and smells just like my Black Cat. It smells just like, you know, a lot of them are the same color, and the ones that are the same color smell the same to me. This is like a dark green. The ones that are clear smell like the regular. They all smell the same, and so you don't know what you're getting when you buy these, okay? So I don't buy these anymore. I have, in this little thing right here, I have oils, but I don't buy these anymore just because I don't know what's in here. And so what I've been doing is the ones that I do have, like this one smells a lot like cinnamon, even before I added any. Indio are actually, in my opinion, are better than this brand right here. Okay, the Indio are much better. Honestly, just in my opinion. I will buy essential oils and certain oils from like Anariva site and Lucky Mojos. I do like theirs. Now, if you have a site that you buy from and they sell you great oils, and stick with them. But I'm just saying, manufactured ones like this, you have to be careful with. So, like this one, the cinnamon, it smelled like cinnamon when I bought it, but I just add my own stuff to it. This has cinnamon bark in here. And so I have some other ones like rue, and I have some other protecting ones. So I just take the ones that I have and I infuse them with my own herbs for protection or whatever it is that the oil is. And so this smells so good. So yeah, if you have oils like this, I'm not knocking these. You can buy them, but just make sure you put your own stuff in here, infuse it to make sure that's what you're getting. Imagine this being like a bottled water, and you want to infuse your bottled water with some lemon or cucumber or whatever to get, you know, to get the benefits of whatever you're infusing this with. Think same thing with your oils, okay? Or you can make your own oils. Like I made this one. This one is a High John the Conqueror root and some regular this is vegetable oil, and I just been infusing this. That's all that I have in here. This smells really good. I don't know what made it smell good. I guess it was the root itself, but I just let this infuse, and this is what I use when I want to dress a candle, fix a candle with High John the Conqueror root. I just use this. You know, and then as you use all this, you can just fill it up again and just, you know, again, putting you're making your own oils and putting your intentions into it, and, you know, making it your own. So, I mean, again, that's just what I do, guys. I mean, y'all don't have to do any of these things that I talk about. I'm just afraid that when you buy things like these, they're great to have, but, you know, on candles and stuff, but that's not what's doing your spell. What's doing your spell is you. You're the one who's doing the spell. You're the one who's putting the magic behind it. And, you know, just buying a plain candle like this and just saying, okay, work. It's not going to work. Like this one, this Holy Spirit one, when I light it, I speak to my spirit guides and I tell them, this is for you. This is for all of you who protect me and who are here to protect me and keep me safe and give me advice and are here to help me when I'm down, help me when I'm happy, you know, who are just here, you know. So I let them know that this is for them, you know, and I burn it because I know that they hear me. I know that they're around me, and and they probably like, whatever, it's a candle, you know what I mean? But it's something you give to them. But then things like this that I want to reverse something, I'm gonna make sure that I'm gonna do just what I want this candle to do. I'm gonna will this candle to do what I want it to do and put my energy into it and send it off. So you definitely want to make sure and understand when you buy candles like this and you say, well, I burned a protection candle and, you know, stuff is still happening. What did you do? Did you just light it and that's just not, you don't light the wick and just, that's it. It's much more than just that. So feel free to buy those type, but just know how to make it your own. You know, like that cooking channel called Simply Homemade or Almost Homemade or whatever. She'll take something and she'll spruce it up and make it her own. You know, like for example, I like to take during Thanksgiving, I love stovetop. Oh my God, I love stovetop. I don't like homemade dressing because I don't like the way hard cornbread tastes. It's too hard, it's too dry, unless somebody knows how to do it really well. Like my daughter, my oldest daughter, she knows how to make great homemade dressing. That's what they call it, dressing versus stuffing. I'm gonna learn how to make it because my husband likes dressing. So anyway, I prefer stuffing versus dressing. So I will take the stuffing and make it, but then I'll add my own stuff to make it simply homemade. So it's almost like it's mine, but the base came from the box, and then I added my own herbs and this and that to it and made it my own. Same with your candles, your herbs, anything you're doing. When you buy oil like this, not your herbs, but your oil, you buy your herbs or your candles, you have the foundation. Now make it your own. Okay, I think that's what I'm just trying to say. Okay, it's 30 minutes, so I'm going to go ahead and cut this one, and then I'm going to make one more video showing y'all one more thing. All right, guys, as always, love y'all, and blessed be. Bye.